Married to Medicine, season 8, episode 1, 2, 3, and I didn't watch 4 yet. But I just want to chit chat a little bit about how, as wives, how we need to be women of wisdom. I love Toya, but honey, I know this is old news that Toya and Eugene sold the house. Okay, I'm gonna come back and talk about that. I might hit on it a little bit, but in last week's episode, we see Quad telling Helen that Toya stole, borrowed, begged to buy their house. And I'm like, well, what kind of mortgage company they had? Because when we was getting this house, my father had sent me some wedding money that I had put in the bank. And honey, my dad had to send a certified letter from his bank, if I remember correctly, to say the money he gave me for my wedding was a gift. I mean, it's a wedding, for God's sake. So I'm trying to understand how Toy was borrowed and stole and begged and not be able to give an account for this money. And again, it's not $2 and $10. It sounded like it was 100,000. Girl, I can't with Toya. I love her, but I just cannot. Welcome back to Church Girls and Faith Girls Want to Get Married To. My name is Janice. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you for your love and support my books and my content. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers. Today's March 31st. I'm down 150. Hopefully, I'll get there by the end of the week. My book, The Naked Wife, is available. 23 Types of Guys is available. My new series, Moments of Gratitude, is available. Yeah, girl, I just always thought that Toya was one of those wives women or people who would like to keep up with the Joneses. And come on, black folks, you know how some of y'all like to keep up with the Joneses. Living a lie, living paycheck to paycheck, spending every penny you have, and all that. And I always was wondering, why is Toya having this house over here, the couple of episodes that you're not living, move to a better neighborhood, sending the kids to private school? Because isn't that one of the reasons why you move to a better neighborhood, is so that your kids can go to private school? Then last episode, come to find out, girl, she is living in this gated community and the kids are still going to private school. So what's the purpose of living in the gated better community? That's one of the purposes, right? Then come to find out, the boys were going to school. There's another video I'm going to do because I just don't understand. And I have a question. Are you black conscious? Okay, I'm going to come back and do that video. Then come to find out, she put the boys in the school, took them out. I'm going to do another video on that. And is sending them to another school, and it's $25,000. But I thought it was $25,000 a year for each kid. So I was like, oh, that's not bad. $25,000, for both kids, $25,000. You looking at, 12, 13,000 for both each. No, people are saying no, it's $25,000 a year for each kid. Make it make sense to me, right? And then Sister Quad is going to tell us that Toya stole, and girl, I couldn't believe it. So somebody said, Janice, check out Funky Geneva. I'm giving Funky Geneva, hey, Funky Geneva. And went over Funky Geneva video, girl. And come to find out, according to Davina, I'm look up the name, child. I want to mess up people's name. Said that, and he didn't. Funky Geneva. Sound like when people mess up my name. Janice, don't mess my name, okay? Girl, come to find out, allegedly, this lady was getting ready to divorce the husband, and she was Skyping some money or giving it to Toya to hold. Girl, Toya spent the woman's money. But see, Mama save you, Grandma save you, still a kill. So this lady was doing her husband in, and then Toya did her in. But girl said that it it was like $100,000 to put the pool in, and Toya stole the woman's money. And this is what Quad was talking about. She stole and she borrowed to put the pool in the house. She took out another $100,000 loan, personal loan, put the pool in the house. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. My bank didn't play that, honey. Let me tell you, because I had just gotten married, and people was giving me money. My dad paid for my wedding. My dad paid for the reception. And, my dad was moving some money around, and he was like, I'm going to give you some more money. And so the money came in. Months before we close. And let me tell you, my mortgage rep called me. Janice, where did you get this money? Where is this money? Certified letter, honey. My daddy had to go to the bank in Florida, get a certified letter from the bank that says this is a gift for my daughter's wedding and it's not a loan. So I'm trying to wonder how Toya got around with the mortgage company, with the bank people, with all this money that showed up in her account. Unless she was keeping it in the account for the wife, for the woman. Girl. And then, girl, they're saying that she sold the house. I had heard this earlier last year, but I just kind of brushed it off because I wasn't sure if I was going to review it. So my thing is, why they sold the house? Can they not afford the mortgage? And see, Toya, in Proverbs 14:1, it says, every wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pluck it down with her hands. And Toya had poor Eugene. No wonder he's gained so much weight, working like a graveyard pit bull. Huh? So you can live in a place that you can't afford. And let's not forget, I know virtual school is hard because I have two. I have a 5-year-old and I have a 26-year-old. Lexi basically put her on the computer. She does it by herself. But Toya, how are you home? How are you home? You have 2 hours a day to play tennis 5 days a week, but your kids are failing in school. Make it make sense to me, Toya. I'm just trying to understand, girl. And then that gorgeous home with the scriptures on it. Granted, down south, you can do up here in north, it's hard to build your house. And I thought to myself, like, oh, I love that. If I ever built my house, I would want to put scriptures on it, like Toya. And so now you're selling the dream home, Toya, because there comes a time when you have to settle. Okay, I understand in the first part of your marriage is you buy homes and you flip. I'm not like that because I don't like to move around. And this house we've been married 8 years in May, 8 years, 8 happy and fulfilling years. And so we're going to stay here a couple more years. And, as I drive around, I'm looking for the dream house because we do like this community. Little Michael goes to private school. He's going to go to private school. He's not going to go to public school. So we like where we live. We want to stay around here. There are no houses available. Like, I drive through this neighborhood, block, because that's how I found this one. No houses is available. Okay. And so it's what my realtor said. It's a seller's market. Okay. And he said, you want to sell your house? I say, no. But there comes a time when you have to settle down. And I thought Toya's dream house was their settling down. So you're selling the dream house, Toya? Because you want to flip it and make an extra $1 million or something. So when you going to settle down, sis? And don't she still have that other house over there in the other not so good part of town she claimed that they're still paying the mortgage on? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And poor Eugene, God forbid if anything happened to Eugene, how they gonna survive? Because they're basically living paycheck to paycheck with Toya spending everything they got. There's a word for that. I ain't gonna say, but I know there's a word for that. Spend everything you got, eat everything you got, wear everything you got, drive everything you have, no emergency funds, no savings, no nothing. And God forbid somebody gets sick. In her case, her husband. Because even though I believe you want to stay home, I married a man that I stay home because I want to. Thank God I still work. my job. I have a decent job. You know, I do other stuff on the side. We make sure we have savings, emergency. If anything happened to my husband, guess what? We don't have to worry. We're sitting at home looking like, thank you for this chicken, Lord Jesus. But we definitely not doing it, living up to our means or above, or we live like halfway. And at the same time, bringing our tithes and offering to the storehouse. My husband showed me the tithes we pay. I was like, Jesus, that's somebody's yearly income. We tithe above the poverty limit in the United States. Our tithe for the year is more than the poverty limit, if I remember correctly. I said that's a lot of money. But guess what? That's how we plan to live our lives. Okay, we're gonna give to God. We're going to not be greedy, not be selfish. Any income come in this house, first part we give to God, because we know that in giving to God we're being obedient and He's blessing us and He's going to increase us. But baby, if you're spending everything and eating everything, I don't know. I'm just so kind of disappointed in Toya. And the kids failing. How the kids failing when you're home, Toya? How you have 2 hours a day to play tennis? But I'm telling you, when it's my day to do virtual school, I am so, let me tell you, by lunchtime, I'm on the couch like this. By 4 o'clock, forget it. And I have one. And mine have to get dressed because he goes to private school. They don't play that up here. Sit at the table. So I don't understand it. I don't understand. But anyways, girl, I might come back later. Today is Thursday. What day is this? This is Wednesday. I might come back later and talk about it. I don't know, girl. But I'm just so sad. And it's like, to me, and right after they pay their taxes, what did she do? Go build a new house. I don't know. I have to go. I love you, girl. I gotta go wake the kids up for school at 7:45. I gotta go wake the kids up. I love you. Let me know what you think. I might come on later. I don't know. Bye. Love you.